love it here. It's great. I love the sea. I love being on the sea. Very tranquil area. Just this part of Dublin. I've loved doing this album because it's like an adventure into my childhood. It's kind of something that you've always wanted to do, but never thought you'd get around to doing. We've never done a Christmas album, but the Bee Gees in our lives before. It's been something that's like been in the collective psyche for quite a few years. That's something I always wanted to do, whether it be with my brothers or myself. And I always thought it would be a great idea just to do those favourite hymns or carols that you grew up singing. You know, they take a lot of people back to a time in their lives when they were probably happy or just remembering someone or missing someone. And I think that's the important thing about music in general, but particularly Christmas carols, you know, they go on going there forever. I think all that very important thing about Christmas is you reflect on what's gone on in the year. It's sad really that we have to wait for one time of the year to reflect what's happened, absent friends and tragedies and people leaving, departures. We tend to sort of use Christmas as a kind of signal post to reflect on what's happened in the previous 12 months, when quite actually we should be doing that every day of the year. And but it's magical that human beings can still do that with at least one time of the year, and I think Christmas is for that. I mean, I was brought up for a few years in Australia, and you know, it's where you have summer in December, and people are on the beach. But then you go walk to a shop in Sydney, and you see all the Christmas cards, very Dickensian, with all the snow falling and coaches and stuff. So they're selling Christmas cards with all the snow, but it was like 100 degrees outside. Fry eggs on the pavement. Merry Christmas. We didn't really have a kind of, you know, very sort of rich upbringing, you know. It was very much working class, and you know, we didn't have that much money as a family. And so, you know, we didn't really have big trees in living rooms, and you know, it wasn't like 1950s America, you know. It was more, yeah. It was the north of England and Manchester, and it was very working class, and people just didn't have that much money, you know. And my dad had 2 or 3 jobs to try and keep things, keep his head above water and keep our heads above water. And so, you know, it was quite a struggle. I think the first Christmas song I ever remember was Phil Spector's Frosty the Snowman with the Ronettes. Certainly one of the first Christmas songs that I remember being, you know, having any impact on it. The songs that I chose were particularly important because they weren't, there were songs I loved to sing as a kid, as I've said, and also because, you know, they're songs that everybody knows. I saw 3 ships come sailing by. It's a song my mum used to sing all the time. I saw 3 ships come sailing by. And I think Good King Wenceslas was another one she used to sing. Then The Isle of Man. Noel was a song that I used to love singing at school when I was a kid. We sang it every Christmas in Oswald Road School in Manchester. And you know, before school started, all the run-up to before the holiday. And it just has memories of Oswald Road School. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
So how are we looking?
Yeah, good.
Microphones everywhere.
Going, nice to see you.
All right. Cool. Very Christmassy today, isn't it?
It's lovely. It's nice.
Okay. That's right. That's a balance now, ready to go for the vocal, right?
That's right.
Right.
We're pretty much set. So anytime you want to go and
Sure.
grab the
So
mic.
why don't we just do it in here with the microphones, and,
and
we'll do it more hands-on, so we've got a sort of eye contact.
Yeah, that will work. Good.
Feels good. Okay.
More intimate and
Yeah.
easier to communicate. So
All right, let's give it a
do
run
that.
through then. Away in a Manger was another one I used to sing at Oswald Road School. All of these particular songs, like Away in a Manger and Noel, Silent Night, really take me back to Oswald Road School in Manchester. Okay, test. Okay, let's go. Let's do it again all the way through, because I couldn't get fast. It was, I need to take a breath for getting into the next verse. Well, Shepherds Watch Their Flocks by Night is a very haunting kind of song. It's not just a blatant Christmas carol. It's a very old hymn, and it's just to me very symbolic of Christmas and the Christmas feeling, which you always hear. I mean, there are a number of songs like that that come out at Christmas, like Hark the Herald and Come All Ye Faithful and In a Royal David City, that to me are very sort of, not just blatant sing-along songs, but are spiritual as well.
We're all set, so...
Okay, guys?
Yeah.
All right, let's try it again from the top.
Well, Noel to me is a very traditional Christmas song, and it mentions a lot of names of towns in the Middle East, which is very topical of what's really happening at the moment, and no one can deny that. And what I've actually tried to reflect in this is an anti-war feeling, and also about children suffering in the world. So I have a chorus coming in and out which reflects the way I feel about what's happening to children in war-torn countries, and how they're suffering. And the children are always very much the innocents that get caught up in these things. I think a lot of people feel the way I feel about children suffering in war, and it's a great way, and it's a great opportunity to put a voice to that, to what people feel. And I think when people hear it, they'll feel the same way, and that's what music's about. It's a way of giving a vocal expression to what people feel. When they hear it, they'll say, "Yeah, I feel that way." And I think, you know, singers and performers and artists and writers have a real opportunity to do that, and that's why they're there in the world.
That's really cool. Really nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's
really
fine.
good.
I think
Yeah.
I think we've got it there. I don't think it needs to have much more emphasis on this chorus. I think it's just the right amount. Silent Night Again was a song that Barry Morris and myself used to sing when we were kids, and it was just one of those songs that traditionally you just want to have a go at. That's it. That's cool, guys. That's great. It's exactly what we want.
Good.
That's what we want.
Good.
Good job. Thanks. I think the most poignant thing about Christmas to me is I've always been working at Christmas. Or when I say I'm Barry, myself and Morris, we've always either been in the recording studio or doing shows. So in fact, a lot of performers are actually working at Christmas, and it's always kind of thing you just celebrate it while you're either on the road or in the studio, or you just go straight through when you're in the studio. You just don't know what time it is. You don't even know what year it is, in fact. Working at Christmas is a bit of a pain, isn't it?
It is. Has to be done.
But it has to be done. Someone's got to do it. And it may as well be us. You know, say goodwill to all men. You know, it's Christmas, but there should be goodwill to all men all year long, not just for a couple of days in December. So, you know, it's a sober reminder, you know, that we've got to really stop looking at Christmas as a kind of commercial high street gift opportunity to buy somebody a tie. And it's more about a feeling rather than a present. I think we've got to get that back. Bye guys, have a good Christmas. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Bye.